Venters, when people don't do their job to the best of their ability, most of us figure, well, that's on them. That's not hurting or dealing with me, right? But take a look at this San Francisco train operator as she fell asleep at the controls.
I'm sorry. Relax. We didn't crash. Relax.
The train starts to go faster and faster, and it slowly creeps to and above 50 miles per hour. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jesse, is this bad boy gonna hit 88 miles per hour?
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
She ends up hitting a curb going 50 plus. It jars her awake. Everybody behind her in the train starts screaming and freaking out, and she nearly hits a car before she brings the train to a stop, and then she tells everybody, relax, we didn't get in any accident, you're gonna be okay. Could you imagine the nerve of a woman nearly killing everybody on that train, and she fell asleep? She has one job: go forward and then hit stop when it's time to stop, and she couldn't even do that right. That is the scariest thing ever. But today's a double dipper. That was scary, but there's not much to say about it. Because think about it, she was obviously in the wrong. She's probably gonna get fired. If she doesn't get fired, it's a travesty. I would never wanna take part in a trip on her train ever again. But I wanted to show you this other video as well. Guys, this was on the Hodge twins, and this video comes from December 10th, 2023.
Hello, officer. Thank you for coming. My son lives at the house right there where that mess is, that reflector sign. And I saw a guy coming down his steps, black guy, bald, black coat, went to the back, and he just went back in with a rake or a broom in his hand. He can't go through the back because we nailed it shut. He's got to be in there.
What's going on at the house? It looks like they're putting stuff out.
My son lives there. He's in jail.
Okay. So there's a guy in the house, you don't know who he is?
No. Only me and two other people come, and we've been cleaning.
Okay. I'll go find out who he is.
They show a cop, and he meets a guy named Rico Acevedo outside of a man's house. Rico claims that he knows Anthony, the man that owns the house, and that Anthony paid him to do some repairs on the house.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
Not bad. Hey, whose house is this?
Dude named. Yeah.
That's his last name?
His name is Anthony.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Is he here?
No, he's not here right now. He should be back momentarily. I think he might be in jail. I don't know.
You think he might be in jail?
I think he might be in jail.
Okay. You don't live here though?
No.
You work for him, or?
Yeah.
Did he send you here to work for him?
Yeah.
Okay. And what are you doing for him? Huh?
Just out there. Just
Yeah.
fixing drywall repairs. Bathroom, you want to come in and see? Night. I got plumbing to do.
The reason I'm bothering you, do you know his mother? Yeah.
No, I don't know her. I know him.
She's down the street. She came to check on the house, and she basically called you in as a burglar.
And when the cop talks to this guy, you can't help but think this guy sounds legit. I mean, he doesn't get nervous. He looks like he's fixing some sort of hole in the drywall, right? And so the cop absolutely believes him. But all of a sudden, the story starts to get weird. They ask him his name, and instead of giving a name, it's Rick, the drywall repair guy.
It's just, Yeah, just let her know I'm fixing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna let her know. She's right up the street.
And when's the last time she talked to her?
She's coming over right now. That way, she knows you and you know her and all that.
And when's the last time you talked to your son? Is he still in jail?
Yeah.
He's doing some work for your son.
What?
He's doing some work for your son.
Yeah, drywall repairs.
Who are you?
Rick.
Rick? I don't know you.
Rick's drywall.
Huh?
Rick's drywall.
He's actually working on the house in there.
Yeah.
Come again, I'm hard of hearing.
He's working on the house. Your son hired him.
My son hired you?
Yes.
When did he hire you?
About a month ago.
Did he give you a key and everything?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? We changed the locks.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have the key. I was going to put that new lock
You
set
can't-
on this one.
That's not true. We just changed the locks.
Okay.
We put a brand new thing. Somebody broke a window the other day, put their hand through there, and tripped the lock, got in, stole 7 bikes. Did you steal the bikes too?
No, I'm working. Look, the drywall. I mean, do you see it?
I saw the chain.
You see
I
this?
was here yesterday. That fence was not like that.
He's working on the house.
He's not working on the
I
house.
just got here this morning. You see the drywall, man?
He's
It's right here.
Are you
I
taking
promise.
ownership of this
No,
house?
I'm just trying to help her for money.
he's paying
I'm
him.
just working.
Does he
I don't
know
want
my
any
son's in
problems.
jail?
Yes. And your son
I have
paid
my own
him.
tools. I promise you, I'm going to do a good job.
No.
Promise.
I don't know you from Adam.
Okay, well, if he's...
I'll wrap up and be out of here. As soon as you hear from him, please call.
I want to know how you got in the house if we just changed the lock on the door. That just happened a few days ago. No, he's lying.
I'm not lying.
Instead of Rick Acevedo, all of a sudden he says his name is Rick, the drywall repair guy. And his mother ends up showing up at the house, the owner's mother, Anthony's mom. And he ends up basically trying to bullshit her along with the cop. And what's really crazy is the cop was actually believing him, not the mom. The mom questions him and says, "How do you know my son?" And he honestly knew the son's name, so it was a little bit, at first you're thinking, okay, maybe this guy is on the up and up. But then she goes, "How did you get in this house?" And he goes, "Your son gave me the key." And she immediately says, "Arrest this man, he's full of shit. We just changed those locks a couple of days ago. Nobody has the key." So she was smart enough to catch him in a lie, and get this, instead of the cop immediately starting to question him and even arrest him, the cop ends up saying, "Well, I've never seen a guy come in and start fixing a house." Meanwhile, in the comment section, everybody was thinking that he was actually trying to take some copper plumbing or pipes out of the walls. Now, I don't know if we have a lot of copper in our walls or not. Probably not a good idea to share that with people because there's probably some empty houses out there that are going to start having holes in the wall for people that are wanting to steal copper.
What's he have you doing?
Just plumbing repair upstairs.
Is it inside of the house as eccentric as the outside of the house?
You want to come see? She needs all the work she can get done on this house. For her to throw me out,
So are you staying here while you work?
no, I just got drop off this morning.
Well, either I'm totally up or you're giving me a line of What's your date of birth?
12/23/1982.
That doesn't come back to anybody named Berkheimer. So, want to try it again, or?
I mean, that's what it is.
Okay. You're inside somebody else's house,
I'm just
giving me
just trying
information
to
that
get-
doesn't match to a person.
I'm
You
just
understand
trying
where
to
I'm
make a
coming from?
living. I know.
Okay. Tell you what, turn around and grab the wall. Turn around and grab the wall.
Come on. I mean, what did I do?
Turn around and grab the wall.
For what? I didn't do anything. I came to work.
Like I said, turn around, grab the wall. Back door.
No! I have a gun on me.
So do I.
I have a gun on me. Stop. Stop.
Code 0.
Stop.
You toss that gun on the ground right now. I will ventilate your ass.
So anyway, out of the blue, the guy takes off and starts running through the house. And he actually has a back and forth with the cop where he basically says something along the lines of, have you ever had to shoot anybody before? And the cop said yes. And the bad guy says something along the lines of, "I've got a gun." And the cop pretty much says, "I do too." And you couldn't help but think, this cop had to be one of the most brave guys I've ever seen, whereas the first police officer kind of came across as a doofus. The mom, excellent job being a mom. She absolutely knew that that guy was lying. Here's the crazy thing about bad people. Sometimes they're absolutely smart. Sometimes they can be borderline genius. And this guy damn near talked himself out of this problem, even when the mom said he was lying. I thought it was absolutely fascinating. Needless to say, Rico Acevedo did not make it out of that home. But that wasn't quite the end of the story either. The end of the story was a third cop comes onto the scene, and he tells one of the cops there.
This one.
Yeah, I used to do MMA with me. He was also a very accomplished. He was also a very accomplished pro boxer.
Really?
Yeah, you would have had a hard time taking him. He was a one-punch knockout
His story
guy.
was probably legit. He probably has a warrant, which is why he didn't want to give his real.
Wasn't great at
Everything else
MMA,
was
but dude,
probably
I saw him lay
He's
some
been on
people.
go for a while.
I saw him lay some
You guys
people.
watched that thing because the alleged.
He actually fought professionally for a while.
Kind of looks like one.
That you're lucky that you didn't end up tussling with this guy, because this guy is actually a borderline professional fighter, and I've seen him knock out people with one blow. So think about this. You get this guy, and you're in a room, especially if you're an ignorant cop thinking that he's a good guy, and all of a sudden he can put your lights out with one shot. There was actually a moment in the video where it showed that first naive cop following him up the stairs, and the guy turned corners on him and could have easily taken out a weapon and ended the cop's life. So I think that first cop was really lucky, but he really came across as very naive. They ought to use this as a training video, that sometimes the criminals that are out there trying to rob houses, man, sometimes they actually do have a very competent brain. And the scariest thing in the world is a tough guy with an incredible brain. Very, very scary. It's probably a good thing that this guy is no longer on the planet. Do you guys remember when we were kids? And remember that we would have people that would take moving vans, and they would wait for people to go out of town, and then they would take that moving van in front of their house and literally just take everything out of their house and just move it away and steal it. That was like the scam back in the 80s that they would tell us about. And they would urge people, have a good relationship with your neighbor. And if you see somebody messing around your neighbor's house and removing furniture and putting them into the back of these moving trucks, make sure you tell somebody about it. Frank Wang says, a mother's intuition. She sniffed out the guy's bullshit way faster than the cops did. That was probably the scariest thing of all. That woman had more game. That woman saw more crap in her life and knew how to sniff it out than that cop. Now that cop should be able to give a clinic on how he got fooled, so hopefully other future cops don't. And this should just show policemen all around the country that sometimes these guys can be really good. And it was weird because the guy didn't really answer questions well. They asked him, can you show us the key that you had? Because if he would have brandished a key and it opened the locks, you could have said, well, how did he get the key? He must have known the guy. But the mom had him at every corner, and when she said, you have the key? Well, how do you have the key? I just switched out the locks a couple days ago. Nobody has the key but me. That was just like checkmate. And even there, I'm almost wondering if the cop was a little scared or intimidated, because it didn't seem like he wanted to believe her even after she said, arrest this guy, he's a crook. Joe Ruhi, 8030, says, Rick's drywall working on the plumbing He was stealing copper pipes. He probably was trying to steal pipes. I didn't know you had copper in the walls, but apparently in some places you do. Oh my God, the cat lady looked like she got another dozen or so extra cats. Holy moly, there's a million outside. Today's weather is absolutely perfect. Weighed in at 194 today. I would take a picture of it, but I gotta be honest with you. I was hoping to be 188 by now. I was hoping to be cruising to 180. I honestly think that maybe I was wrong. Maybe your age. Maybe it does have something to do with how fast or slow you lose weight. So if you've been watching and maybe instead of 30 or 40 pounds, you've only lost 5 or 10, just know I feel for you. There is a challenge to this. It does require calorie restrictions. It does require a little bit of willpower and stuff. Maybe the answer really is surgical procedures and injections, but I don't want to do that stuff. I want to walk. So if you're with me, let's walk. It might take a little longer, but damn it, what else are we gonna do? JP Vic Vega says, man, that cop ain't never gonna make detective. No crap. That cop was just like a case study in buffoonery. He was basically Barney Fifing the situation. For those of you that don't know who Barney Fife is, just think of a cop that's probably not really talented enough to be a cop.